Life is one grand, sweet song. So start the music. Welcome and good morning, Reverend Fathers, honored guests, distinguished faculty, family, friends, and fellow classmates. On behalf of the graduating class of 2011, I would like to thank you again for your presence as we celebrate the success of our 5 long years of high school. As Gerard so eloquently remarked earlier, your support and guidance has shaped us into the young men and women who stand here before you today, and you have helped us become our best selves. And for that, we are eternally grateful. As I stand here before you, there are a few special people whom I would like to send a few thank yous of my own. To my grandma, aunts, uncles, cousins, and friends, your support and love has been limitless, and it has helped me become the person I am today. To my brother, Matthew, thank you for being the anchor that has kept me grounded all these years. To my mother, it is because of you today that I'm able to stand here among my classmates and receive my St. Pat's High School diploma. You have blessed me with the gift of your unconditional love and done everything from tolerate my silly antics to provide as the sole breadwinner of our family for the past few years. And of course, to my father, who is no longer on this earth. Dad, I have sensed your presence and felt your love, even in these past 2.5 years. I hope that today especially, you watch over me with the utmost happiness and peace of mind, and I hope I have made you proud. 2.5 years ago, I spoke here in celebration of you, and I hope that today, as I speak again, that you in heaven will be able to celebrate my graduation with me. For every sacrifice that you and Mom made, life granted me a blessing. Thank you both for filling my life with opportunities and allowing me to be more than the hardships of our histories and the money in our pockets. I will never be able to thank you enough. Fellow graduates of 2011, I now invite you to look out into the crowd. Find the familiar faces and their distinguishing features, the ones that have grown and changed alongside of you, providing their unconditional love and support ever since day one. These people are your parents, your sisters, your brothers, your uncles, aunts, cousins, and friends. We thank also the teachers, coaches, and mentors who have done more than simply support us in our goals and aspirations, but have always aspired to help us rise above our own expectations. We thank you, the St. Pat's community, who have helped us be more than we have ever expected. It is to you who we owe the people we are today. To all those who have helped us come this far, present in flesh and in spirit, we thank you. 5 years ago, we walked into high school, eager to make new friends and become the people we have always imagined. Together, we walked in as strangers, with great hopes for our high school journey and big dreams for our futures. We walked in with fear of the unknown and excitement for what was expected. We walked in knowing that one day, we too would be those students in the black sweaters flooding the cafeteria and eventually leaving the school in our brilliant blue gowns. Flash forward 5 years into the future, and we walk into the church today as those students. Sure, we've each had a few dozen haircuts, grown a couple inches, lost a little baby fat, changed our hair color once or twice. But truth is, little has changed. Still, we laugh too loudly and too often, and of course, at the wrong times. Still, we procrastinate with our homework assignments and studying for tests until the last possible second. Still, we don't know the school timetable, even though we have followed it for about 5 years of our lives. And for many of us, we still may not even know who we are or where we plan to go from here. But as I look at the faces of the people beside me, I see young adults, well equipped to handle the challenges that lie ahead. I'm glad to say we've made it this far, and that somehow, by some stroke of luck, even Phoebe managed to arrive on time. Just kidding, I know you wouldn't miss this for the world. Fellow classmates, we made it, and 5 years from now, who knows where we will be. Carolyn will probably be wrestling somewhere in the Olympics. Laura may have set a new world record in the women's 100-meter dash. Jesse, Gerard, and Michael Chiziak will hopefully have made millions by inventing the first real working lightsaber. Joseph and JB will probably have opened up their own studios. Of course, Sebastian, Warren, and Edward will be off competing at world-renowned b-boy competitions. Annie will have captivated the state of California with her incredible artwork. Derek might just end up in the Guinness World Book of Records for consuming the most sugar, chips, and carbonated drinks on a daily basis. Amanda could end up walking down the catwalk for Versace or Valentino. Of course, by then, Serena and Katrina Rosero will have been taking over running the shows. Jael and Rachel will probably end up playing professional sports. And Jared will have found a way to make money off of his infamous spoken word poetry and amazing writing skills. All of us as classmates and as friends hold special talents and abilities, which I am sure will aid us in our journey in the future. These people beside me, I see more than just classmates, because as we stand on these steps today, we are more than the high school students or teenagers that you may see. We are more than the sons and the daughters of our parents, more than the tests or even the grades on our report cards. We are more than the knitted black sweaters and the SB logos that we wear to school every day. We are more than our self-worth, our limits, our bounds, our shortcomings, and our successes. Because although they are the sum of our parts, they are not the sum of our characters. Rather, we are living testaments that proclaim the teachings of our families, friends, and mentors in the way we live our lives every day. Fellow grads, as much as I'd like to, I am not going to provide you with sweet words of kindness or support or promise in the future, because I don't want to say things that you will already have heard or will be hearing in the next hour or two. As much as I'd like to, I'm not going to tell you what will come of you next year or in the years after that, because honestly, I have no idea. As much as I'd like to, I'm not going to tell you that all your prayers will be answered and all your dreams will come true, because I don't know if they will. But today, I hope to give you instead the gift of more than a jumble of conventional valedictorian formalities, more than a slur of half-true generalizations. Because being a Celtic means more than a series of words and phrases. It means acting upon it in our daily lives. As Celtics, we are asked to do more than just live. We are asked to live well. We are asked to do more than just study. We are asked to study hard. We are asked to do more than hope for success, but seek it and find it. And likewise, we are asked to do more than make prayers of intention and eventually be the answers to our own prayers. The world asks of us more than to simply do what we are capable. The world asks us to go to infinity and beyond, aim for our aspirations, and then surpass them. However, between the 101 of us that stand here today, as we graduate, there is a mixture of emotions. Some of us hold fear of the unknown and the uncertainty that only time will help us overcome. Some are still tightly grasping their second home, that is St. Patrick's, a community that they will forever cherish. For others, we are ready to move on to bigger and better things and finally step beyond the St. Patrick's bubble. Regardless, every stumble, every trip, every fall, and every bruise has brought us to this moment, a time that is soon to pass. But as the clock ticks, all we have is the gift of the present that we can shape and mold as we please. Because our present circumstances do not determine how far we will go, merely where we will begin. So say goodbye to the teachers nagging at you every day for your homework assignments. Say goodbye to doing walkathon pledges every year. Say goodbye to the white dress shirts, the gray slacks, the kilts, and the black and green sweaters. But most of all, say goodbye to the faces that have grown and changed alongside of you for the past 5 years. Because after today, after this year, it will all have been in the past and be no more. As a class, we each are a different note played at a different pitch. We are a different instrument of a different part of the song, playing a different song in the symphony. We have each heard the abrupt crescendo of our hardships and the slow diminuendo in our moments of peace. Today, we are reminded that even the most beautiful pieces of music, our high school lives, must come to an end. As we let the sounds fade and the notes disappear, despite the stillness in the silence, the memory of our melodies will continue to play on for as long as we allow them. Today, as we have been all year long, we are bonded together as the St. Patrick's Secondary graduates of 2011. Whether we are athletes, actors and actresses, members of the choir, a member of student council, or simply just Celtics, we are united by our struggles, shortcomings, sorrows, and successes. And whether we have acknowledged it or not, we have impacted one another in both major and minor ways. If you have ever stepped beyond your boundaries, you have been inspired. If you have ever laughed, smiled, or cried with another, you have belonged. Like a pebble thrown into a pond, we have made impressions on one another that, though temporary to the eye, are permanent ripple effects within our hearts. So as time passes, one thing we will always share are the memories that will remain constant, even with the change of the times. Our memories and teachings have been the solid foundations that have brought us to here and to now. So we are thankful for everything from field trips, to the sports tournaments, to choir bonding, to in-class conversations and inside jokes. We will cherish the adventures we had on the Ashland trip, the union and discovery we felt in the encounter retreat, going buck wild during the grad cruise, and portraying ourselves as the classy young men and women that we are on the night of our grad dinner and dance. For the past 13 years, we have been educated with valuable lessons taught by everyone from teachers to coaches and parents to peers. But today, we graduate from high school and gradually grow to learn, to educate ourselves. Fellow classmates, this may be the last time that all 100 of us stand together, united. We are bound together, as we have been all year, as a graduating class of 2011. Our time together has made us smile, laugh, and even made us cry. But now, it will all have been in the past. We have had quite an adventure together, but now it is time for us to have adventures on our own. Fellow graduates, congratulations and good luck. The best is yet to come.